we're live.
How does it hear us? What microphone are we using? Question. Let's double check which microphone.
Chat?
There is chat. It looks like we've got chat. Testing the chat. Hello, friends. Welcome to Uncharted Tutoring. Usually you only see me on here, but we have a full classroom of students who are doing all kinds of things.
Like silhouettes.
Yeah, so we have James here, who is making comics and experimenting with color right now. He's in the comics camp. We have Savannah, can you wave Savannah for us, who is making comic arts. We have Elise, who is leading us in comic arts. We have Olivia, who is making comic arts. Olivia, wave for us real quick. We have Sammy, who's doing resin with us today. And I have some Illustrator artwork here that I'm showing on the window if you guys can see that. It looks like you can. Feel free to ask us questions about what we're making and doing. We're happy to answer them. And I will be monitoring the chat here and helping students solve their creative challenges. Does anyone have anything they want to say to the camera today particularly? Any of the students?
Hello.
Hello, world.
And remember to speak up so that the camera can hear us.
There's two cameras looking at me right now.
There are.
You get to
One
take
for
one.
the back side of me, one for the camera. I'm gonna take this really short one.
That's true. And let me adjust it just a smidge here so it
I
sees more
also
of you.
have a little.
And make
Oh,
sure
you
it's
went a little
focused.
thinner, didn't you? You feel it more successful in your life?
That looks more focused. All right, Olivia, I'm going to focus your hand camera a bit.
Yeah, it's not really focused. I need to go out.
We have so many cameras going on right now. It's kind of awesome.
Thank
You
you,
didn't know we
Olivia.
had this many, did you?
And trapper.
So, do you need to go? Where do you need to go? Okay, so you can go around this way, behind this camera. We've set up a labyrinth of cameras. It's kind of exciting. And this is what summer camp looks like here. Well, yeah, so like, unless when the cameras aren't set up, of course, we're not like telling you what we're doing. So Sammy is doing independent studies with resin. She has a few objectives she's trying to meet that I'm trying to teach her with. Right now she's testing black pigments in resin because her weekend goal that I have given her is to create a replica that someone thinks they could eat of an Oreo cookie. We are using hand-kneaded kind of putty silicone on that project, and she's experimenting with all kinds of things. You can watch her hands do those experiments. And we'll let each student also give like a narrative and tell you about their projects once we get a little more in and have a few viewers. If you're here watching, please do pop in and say hi and ask questions. We'd love to hear from you. All right, folks. In the meantime, what can I help you with?
While I'm waiting on this to cure a little,
Yes.
I'm gonna do this.
Okay, I want you to focus on those blacks. How many black tests have you done? One. Okay, do more black tests. Grab all three of these pigments. You need one test.
Orange is usually a
If you
complementary
wait for
color
the
to
test,
do, so
you
they're
won't
like
have the
friends
answer
on
tomorrow
photo.
to make your
But
Oreo have a
I
second
generally
one
love
Friday.
a good green
Yeah,
or
Friday.
gray. Hey,
Okay?
or you could even go blue
That's
on
right, you
blue.
don't have as much time as you might think.
No, I don't have.
Oh, right, that's fine.
No.
What about like a
So,
green?
I want you, so here we have
Very
some
OG.
cocoa powder. Demonstrate that. Here we have some black cocoa powder. And then this is espresso powder. And I think these might help. She just did an experiment with graphite powder in that tube right there. Focus on your drawing, James.
I'll do espresso. Which one do you
Alright,
espresso?
so remember, robot farm goes
No, I'm doing cocoa powder.
Cocoa powder? This is straight cocoa powder.
I'm glad you brought him to
I
show.
also want to try that one because
So we're gonna keep it on your record.
doesn't it? That looks really silver. I don't know. It's up to you. You are the artist.
it is silver. Well, I'm going to do it more to last.
Here are Sammy's cookies that she has pressed in the silicone to make a mold.
Combination of this, you
She's
could do
gonna
it.
do those resin tests, and then we're gonna
This is a
demold
good
some things.
foundation
also did an
These are like
alternate cast of her
Right,
hair.
because remember, you can see
It's
little
pretty
bits of
exciting.
brown.
And then what you see
right?
right here on the,
So you
up to
could
the
use,
side
like,
is a
this kind
giant
of
S that we
combo,
have
Or
also
if you
cast.
have a brighter red, you can have.
We
a
are learning a lot today.
Yeah,
If
you
we
would.
haven't figured that out. All right, does anyone have questions for me? No? You guys are doing good? All right, I'm going to do my Illustrator work, okay? Does anyone want to tell the camera what they're working on? James, you always want to tell the camera what they're working on.
I'm working on these silhouettes.
You got to speak up real loud. I'm going to switch the microphone over to that camera, okay? And go grab all the pages of your comics and tell Twitch what you're working on.
Yeah, I have a lot of stuff going on in the thing. So, am I just gonna like read the comic?
You tell the camera whatever it is you want. Let me, I'm going to adjust the microphone to be better for you. Which camera?
Yeah.
All right, Elise, would you talk for me a bunch so I can figure out which,
But I'm gonna make up more as I'm thinking about it.
That's perfect. We have the right microphone, I think, to capture James. All right, James, I want you to talk into that camera that's pointed at your space.
Okay.
James is going to tell us his story. You can see him in this lower corner right here. He's also kind of right behind me here. And make sure to get it right in the camera. Very good, James. Keep going. This is James. He's a storyteller
So you
extraordinaire.
Your people to be in like such a long
Guys,
space.
needs to
So what
be.
we could do is that we could
You can
like,
like
cut these
do
in
stuff.
half.
I kind of need to get these all sorted.
Okay,
Do
get
you
them
want
sorted.
to
Excellent.
recut or do you want it to be perfect? Okay, let's get you consistent.
All right, and I'm going to send this link to your parents too so they can listen in.
Alright, this is kind of like a funny thing.
You have to get up and talk into that camera to your right. Get it organized.
This is a very funny comic, so I hope you like it. But,
That sounds great. Good. That'll be fun.
I feel like I'm missing one.
I know. Suddenly, I post up my comic, right, and then I'm gonna put all of your little ladies all over my comic, and no one's gonna understand what it's about but us.
All right, James, put your comic in order and tell the camera. I think your mom's going to start watching any second now.
There
And
is
you made tons of
You
little
one
should
page
paper
with
and made
missing.
tons of these
What?
little-
There's 3 over there.
Yeah, but those are like those are in order, but the next page I think is missing.
Because this is kind of
Okay.
circular shape, right?
Can you put numbers
Unless
on
you
them?
want to keep it to this shape,
So
like this. Yeah. Let me see if I can help you with this. About my idea of what. So.
and page number 4. Page number 4.
pencil.
Which one is
Drop
six?
them over your ladies.
Hi Anna, I'm so glad you're here joining us. We've got about 5 kids here with us right now. 4 actually, we've got 4 kids, sorry I can't count.
Like drawing
James
like
is
a
organizing his
flag,
comic so he
big
can tell us
flag.
all about it. How's the
Yeah,
sound,
maybe put the
Anna?
shape and draw a bunch of ladies.
Anna is one of my super fans. She always jumps on whenever we're streaming.
You get.
Say hi to Anna, everyone.
Hi.
Very gentle.
Anna says hi back with a purple heart.
Oh, thanks, Anna.
Speaking of purple heart, Foxy's heart glows when he's happy.
That's true. James
Glows
over here.
purple.
That's right. Pull your oh, good job, James.
Mm.
Okay, Sammy, can you put that big bottle down so people can see your hands?
Yeah, look at all of them together. Isn't that so nice to see? Alright, the rest of the
There we go. Good job numbering. Way to go, James. So Anna, Sammy is doing resin experiments here, and she's wearing one of our T-shirts that you can get on Teespring, which I will add to the chat here.
Alright, so I have 10 pages so far.
Yeah, I love that shape.
It's been 3 days and I already have 10 pages. So, yeah,
I know. These have great, like, vibrant colors, but they don't have like a ton of skin tone.
need to,
This one's more diverse in skin tone. Why don't we bring this closer to you? For now.
alright. Here is my,
Ooh, I don't think I've seen a short hair. Like, this is the shortest hair I've seen so far.
over here is like, hey, Vance. And he's like,
Maybe
"Are
we
you
should introduce
okay?"
your
And
characters.
he's like, yeah. And he kind of turned into a fox over here.
What do you need?
Exactly all the way across the head.
I gave you a bunch over there. It might be under those
And
guys.
then he full fox form and he's like,
This hand is okay.
and then he's like, finish. He's trying to go left or right.
Here's one.
And
Oh, I see the top.
and then that's the thing, and you can see Fennec just walking, and he's like, wait for me. And then that house door fell down, and then he teleports to the tower, and he's like, ow. Fennec is just
Ooh, Anna loves someone's glasses. Is it? I see Olivia is in glasses. Can you wave, Olivia? And Sammy is in, or Savannah is in glasses. Savannah, you want to wave? Whose glasses do you love, Anna? Ooh, and we have 4 viewers. Hi, viewers. Welcome.
hello, is my mom there?
Your mom might be there.
My
I
mom
did.
is also state rep.
It's true.
State rep.
You don't have to give away too much, all right?
Okay, and like RCPSs are in the desert and they're like going to the desert. Also, the RCPS stands for Rhino, Charmander, Praying Mantis, Spider, and their weird monster things. And then they go to the desert. There's no frame around it because this is like the frame and then and then they travel to the desert in their little teleporters, and then they're battling, and Fox is like, ow, and you can see a little bit of his sword, and then the RCPS is like going out, is like smacking the comics and running, and then you can see, and he's like in the thing, and you can see the battle going on in the background. And then you can see them, and then it's like, yeah, we won. And then Phoenix puts her sword in on the back, and then it off. So this is his chapter. Alright. So Fox wakes up, and they see him, kids are just like working on stuff, and then boom, there's a giant dino that they built, and then like, and then they crash the saw, and Fox, and it's like, ow, time out for 1 hour. That's a long time out. I'm just gonna say that. And then on this page, they're escaping through a vent from the timeout room, and then you can see they're playing hide and seek, and he's like, oh no, and then he like has action issues, and he's like, found you.
For some reason, when I was drawing the sky, I don't know why, but I thought of in like kindergarten where I had to explain to everybody why the sky isn't just up here and you have to draw the entire
Oh, and
world. It used to, for some reason, it used to frustrate me. Just seeing
and then they let go.
scribble blue
And
at the top.
then he changes form to confuse them, and he unlocks the crate. And then he's like, then Phoenix is gliding into the next page. Also, these are just kids. They're like kids named DJ, and I don't know what the other one's name was, but
Actually, it's black.
and then he's like, oh no. He's like, oh no, Daddy or Fox is in trouble. Because Phoenix and Fox are like teammates, but they also have kids together. So they basically just like adopted two kids and two twins. One can change form, so yeah, that's what I'm looking for. And he's like, oh no, and he was gonna fall into the lava. But then he saves him, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna be the leader of this faction. And he's like, thank you. And he's like, what? Because he thought there was gonna be a lot more than just a thank you. But yeah, that's the whole story. So, yeah, the story's finished. So,
Hooray!
That's a great storytelling. I was watching it on the screen too, and he's got great voice. And Anna says today is a very special stream. She seems excited that you guys are here. Does somebody else want to tell their story? Elise, do you want to talk about yours?
Sure. Which camera should I do? The same one as James?
These ones, right?
I think this one is going to be the one you want to talk into.
Alright. Hi everyone. Look good?
Yes.
Alright, so as a teacher, I'm trying not to steal the show, because our kids are so amazing. But I focus on my colors right now. I am making a comic about people going under the sea and getting lost in the depths. And they're going to find a lost civilization. It sounds like Atlantis. Kinda is Atlantis, but not. And so I've been working on a lot of colors, and I'm finishing my character. characters, you know, I'm just gonna step over here. So of course we gotta be dramatic with the title page, right? The depth between space. And my comic reads left to right, so you have people going underwater, they're looking at a wreck, some sassy crewmates, and I'm working on the sassy crewmates. And I like environment images. I think it really tells a story. So this is a tunnel up into the shuttle that they're going to dive out of. So that's the only page I've been working on. I know compared to James, I'm slacking. I'm running behind.
Did you tell them about why there's train tracks?
Oh, so our cohorts here were wondering why I put tracks right in the middle of the stairs to the shuttle. Well, one of my characters is actually in a wheelchair, but I want to make sure there's really great representation of people doing everyday things. And why can't a person in a wheelchair operate a submarine? So the submarine is equipped with tracks on upper and lower levels, so the wheelchair can operate going up and down.
Yeah, so it's like wheelchair tracks.
It is wheelchair tracks.
They're like a train tracks,
Mm-hmm.
but for wheelchair people.
The concept behind it is kind of like an escalator for wheelchairs where you can hook onto the tracks with their wheels, and all they have to do is stick there and it'll bring them right on up.
So do the people without wheelchairs get an escalator too?
No, they get to use their legs.
Well, that's an advantage. That's one of the only advantages of having a wheelchair, I guess. Right?
Oh, there's plenty more advantages. It gives you a whole new perspective of life, right?
Yeah.
Imagine not being able to use your legs. And people in wheelchairs have to face that reality every day. But it doesn't mean they can't do anything, right? They're still human like you and me.
Mhm.
So they want to do lots of things, like go to the park like we do. But we just have to think they have to go to the park a little differently. One of my favorite stories I heard about is a man in a wheelchair. He decided to visit New York City, and all he wanted was the Rainbow Bagel. And so he left his hotel that didn't have a elevator that he could access. And so he had to wait a whole hour before it was available so he could go down to the main floor. And then, you know the subway system?
Yeah.
He couldn't get down the subway because there's only stairs. So he had to wait for a handicap accessible taxi, which was very rare, and he had to wait 2 hours until one was available. Oh, and then when he got there, he had to not park outside the Rainbow Bagel place because they didn't have a way he could get off the taxi. So he had to park a few blocks away, so there was a ramp that he could get on the sidewalk to. And then he couldn't fit into the doorway to the Rainbow Bagels place. So the people who were helping to document this process had to go in and get a Rainbow Bagel and bring it back outside.
Oh my gosh.
And this is New York City, which is supposed to be ahead of handicap accessible things.
When I was in a wheelchair a couple of years ago, I couldn't get into a lot of the businesses around Manchester, New Hampshire, because the doors, I couldn't open them. I just couldn't open the doors even.
So I wanted to give a lot of power to my character in a wheelchair to show that they have their own superpower. And if we just gave them the means to, like the tracks on these stairs, they could do anything they wanted to. Just like us.
That's pretty cool, Miss Louise.
Thank you.
Savannah, do you want to tell us about your character? Okay, you don't have to. Do you want to tell us about yours?
Kind of.
Okay, tell us about yours.
No, I can't.
Why not? Can I ask you questions about your character? Would that make it easier?
I mean, I don't know.
You're gonna have to speak up because we got the masks on and microphones.
I know, but like I don't know.
Well, can you tell me the name of your character?
6.
Your character's name is Six. And what does your character look like?
A raccoon.
Your character looks like a raccoon.
We have a similar color called pale
Do you want to
aqua.
show us your favorite frame of the raccoon or any of your facial drawings of the raccoon?
I don't go find it. It says frost
Ooh.
blue.
Yes. Tell us which faces are which because it's kind of hard to read it sometimes on the screen.
E000.
So this is the normal face. This is the angry face.
Yes, very.
This is happy.
Mm-hmm.
This is sad,
Uh-huh.
and this is excited.
Very good.
I was going to do more, but I haven't.
I like that the excited has like
We'll need
stars
more ink
for
for this one.
pupils.
Is it in there or do I need to buy it?
You need to buy it. Thank you.
Okay. Frost blue.
Thank you.
Is it needed immediately? Like, do I need to go to Michael's or?
No. I don't think it's an emergency. It's just, oh, we're gonna make it your color. Oh, so too bad.
Let us add it to. And let us. So we need Copic refill. Star
So it is.
blue. B. Zero. Want a refill? My USB is falling. I need to give it a heavier weight.
Anyway, did you know you have an ink?
A what? A
that
blender?
You don't have in a marker form?
What do you mean? Yes, I did. It was a mistake.
Pale aqua.
I'll get the pale aqua marker while I'm at it.
We'll just have to find another. Back of the work.
Mm-hmm.
This is the black poker putter, right?
Yes.
This one's makeshift.
There are so many blues. There's not one. Okay, B00.
There are so many blues and I want to test them all. I want to test all blues that are in there.
Frost blue. Oh, I was mistaken. It's not frost. Sky, it's frost blue.
How many blues are there? A lot. I mean, like the total blue. I don't know.
are you doing right now, Sammy?
I am still testing out all the powders, except now I'm testing out the black cocoa powder. So right now I'm pouring the resin into it. It'll take a minute. And I'm only going to be doing 20 milliliters. Oh, yeah. It's not that big of a mold. The beer is going to need the actual silicone cup.
You know, I haven't seen anyone with up these yet. You know how the past few days I've had my hair all spun up? Well, the reason I like spinning that is because I take the end of it, I look cozy up here. You can do something like that. Or you could do pigtails, braids. Ooh.
In its place.
This is the wheelchair. This is a needed eraser. So, I know it's kind of gross, but it's a really cool eraser where on March I know what we got. And then with its gumminess and gooiness, you can roll it all in there. It's so cool. Much more gentle than the white polymer. So cute. Who's in learn? Ooh, this one's nice and tall. Smells like a basketball player. You want to be a basketball player? Got them sweet moves? Can't see me. Too fast. Oh, the ball's here. Now it's in the hoop. Oh.
I made a scale for all blues from like lightest color to darkest color.
Ooh. I love how like the strands of hair like from the bangs, right?
I made a fun scale with blues. And it was super light.
Yes, it is. I know sometimes have friends who she has. I have. Oh yes, I love the short hair. I like to have the parts right in the middle too. I have a friend who makes her eyebrows so it looks like this. Mhm. Very tiny. And then she points her bangs. So they're like
Can I have a free
this. Yes. So can we clean up your station a bit? You want to put your comics away for now?
I'm gonna make 3 different colored silhouettes.
Alright. Sounds like a plan, Stan.
Which means I'll need 2 papers.
I'll show you one, because
Two
there's
marker
one
papers.
left in this one.
Are they marker?
No, this is sketch, because you wanted just normal free draw.
Well,
Did you change your mind?
I want a one that's good for things.
Marker. So, what's the magic word also?
Peace.
Ah, I like it. Yeah. That's funny.
You're getting some activity.
So funny.
Right, Miss Amber?
Oh yeah, there are people that seem very interested in what we're doing. If anyone has questions, feel free to ask our artists. We have a lot of artists here today. It's kind of awesome.
What do you mean, kind of?
That is a great point. I don't know what I mean, kind of. I think it just is awesome, right?
Aw, maybe you have to go in with my con.
My other comic camp, there was a lot
Make the
more.
front.
There was what?
You're very talented. You developed the first marker slide. Little did we know markers need entertainment too.
Kind of yes.
Probably me. I have a notorious habit of leaving things open.
Guess I'm not the only one who saw that.
Hmm.
I think that's somebody put in chat.
Oh, the thing on the chat. Yeah, whatever. We just gotta moderate. Ignore 'em mostly. Ignoring is the best thing to do.
I can see the face. Hey, some people are very dark colored.
That's true.
There's this model who I love. Her skin tone is so dark that she has a blue hue to her. It's almost like she's a gemstone. So cool.
I'm gonna go see how much resin the deer will hold.
Okay. water and then pour it into it. Good
Yep.
job. Way to do math,
I'm
Sammy.
gonna go this way because there's no corners this way and
Caramel? Did you like being called caramel? Because you're sweet like caramel, huh? Hey, that's not a bad nickname. As long as you feel good about it. If your feelings matter.
Now that I'm like almost done, but I also feel like I'm just
Ooh.
because this corner is.
You know, that yellow shirt is popping. You are. You're making her dance. Yeah. We're having fun today. And you know what they say about fun?
What did I say about fun?
page 1 is about finished.
Really? What does that mean for you?
I only have 3 more to go.
Whoa.
Now page 1 is finished.
What about someone with like really big hair? They're glorious. It's something I could never achieve. Yeah. Yeah. I get it too. My mom has the curliest hair, but my dad has pin straight hair. So me and my sister have pretty, not as big curls as our mom. That's beautiful. I love it. Beautiful.
Alright, what's the next thing you're working on, Sammy?
I'm now working on filling the beer with the espressos.
Okay.
First, I'm putting the gold in the antlers because those are so cool.
Ah, so you're doing that spot coloring again.
Yes.
Very good.
There is a little extra
unmold the S and show
Yeah.
what you've
And
done?
some people have big legs. It's very powerful. I've seen a lady who is a bodybuilder, and she smashed a watermelon between her thighs because she's very strong. And she did it, and then she laughed after it, like she's a superhero or supervillain.
To me,
And
that's
walk
a
us through the
super
process,
villain.
Sammy,
Racing
of
a whole lot.
unveiling your
That's
S.
my favorite.
I'm gonna move everything.
I love the gradients.
That sounds
Very good.
prudent.
Going here,
Bring out all the cameras.
Yeah. I think you're going through what artists have called a blue period.
Okay. So we finally get to a multi-S. We first just filled it with plaster because we had a little extra with my sand.
There we go. Very good.
And you should be
wearing
wearing
gloves.
gloves.
This isn't doing resin, so I
True.
have, okay.
You can go in
Chill.
I still have a pair of gloves, we're fine. The
big
hands,
hair like that could
there's
be
extra,
black color.
extra plaster,
So
so
little tiny microns can fit in the.
we filled the S. But then when we picked it up, it cracked in multiple places. So we took a piece
Also
out and
nice.
filled it with resin. And now we are demolding it.
And we want to show as
There are
much
a few
detail,
things
right?
on the side that I'm like, thinking about. But that's okay, as long as they don't, like, affect it. Right now, I'm just getting like air pockets right now, 'cause air pockets right now are going to be very friendly. Oh, I'm moving it, that's why. I'm just going around the S,
You
going
did.
back the silicone a little bit.
I just forgot to deposit black, not gray.
That's right. Beautiful. Glorious. One of a kind. I love how she has happy eyes. I love that. Do you think we can do that in real life? Am I doing it? Oh, darn. So I got like pushing my eyes this way. Turning it to scroll down. There you go, you got it.
Okay. Now, I'm kind of gonna like flip it over a little bit because I feel like that would work a little easier. If it doesn't, I'll just flip it back over. I don't
You can
know.
swatch it out on my paper here so you can see what it looks like.
Is it like this?
Deal. I feel like this should change with the others.
Okay, now it's time to do the green
And
silhouette.
that is what it looks like.
Light dark.
That's too dark.
Ooh.
Let's see
Pick
that.
up. It's
This
flexible. Is it gonna hold
is
together?
obviously the
This is what it looks like.
Okay, I think
think
that's
so.
upside down.
Maybe.
Either that one or that one.
There we go.
There we go. It's good enough.
No, this is a
You
flip.
can't fit it in the bottom screen, so I'm gonna show it to this camera.
Which one is it?
This is what it looks like from
Is it this one or this
that
one?
side. That was the side that you could already see. I think it turned out pretty cool.
Does it glow in the dark?
Yes, it does. Well, at least it should. Very much should.
Why are they called
I think I put
microphones?
blue or
That's
green.
just their
glow.
brand
I
name.
don't
It kind
remember.
of sounds like my crayon.
You can't completely tell, but I think it might be green.
Some people pronounce crayons crayon.
Ooh, careful.
I didn't
Say
do that.
crayons.
And it sounds
I
like
didn't
my
do that. You didn't see anything.
Yeah.
This
awesomeness, Sam.
Awesome. I'm so
So
happy you
I'm
love it so
something.
much.
Does it feel sturdy?
Kind of, yeah. And there's a little bit of resin, a little bit of everywhere.
Yep, that's the goal. So the resin should give it
So
some
we have a lot
flexibility that the
of
plaster,
bright
right, created a lot of
Got
brittleness.
one red ink tone,
The resin
we
and
have
the
one
cracks is
blue
really
and one purple.
Yeah.
Of
It's
course
like
I'm
one of
gonna
those
sand
river
it.
pours.
No, I'm gonna sand
Those,
it.
I
out.
like those a
Yeah.
lot.
Absolutely.
I didn't
You've done
expect
it.
like the middle to be like that, so that was a little surprise. It did get in like on the sides a lot there, but I think that's kind of cool.
You
You
like
want to
that?
take these home today,
I do.
or you want to leave them for the show?
And this,
Yeah, this feels pretty sturdy to me. Quite
Yeah.
sturdy. So if you guys look at
Do you
this,
think you want to like show?
I mean,
me
you've got a lot of
like
cameras that can like
Or you wanna
really
line them up on
showcase
paper
what this
next
thing
to
is
each other,
doing
so like
here.
that? If you get like a black
It's
paper
pretty
and put it on
lightweight.
top, so they stand
Pretty
out.
awesome.
Turned out a lot better than I
My
thought it would.
first, you might have a little wet.
I didn't actually think it was gonna look that bad. I think
This is my first thing.
this is the
You wanna show the camera?
Yes.
Do it!
So what are you gonna do with next?
So you can either step up to this camera, or you can put it into James' camera, but like.
I'm just gonna leave this here.
Yeah.
Possibly either.
Actually, there's two cameras right
Very
there.
much.
Let's steamroll these.
Oh yeah. I forgot about these.
So talk about those. What's your challenge here?
Our challenge
What do you
here
want me to say about
is we are trying to make
it?
resin,
Right?
right? We're gonna do it out of resin. Cookie. And so
Not right, yeah.
what all these tests are is to see which one is gonna look like a real cookie, so that we can put it in here. And the goal is to make it look like an actual cookie that you can
It's
like
navy
eat.
blue.
So someone just picks it up and will take a bite. That's what the goal is.
This is black.
I decided to make different background colors.
Isn't like silicone really?
It is silicone, it's just a stiffer silicone. So talk about our first test.
This test is we put the stuff around the cookie,
Can I show
but
all
what
of
the
them?
cookie ended up doing
I
was
will
it cracked,
share. Yeah.
and so we just took it out, and that's what it looks like.
You're right.
That's what it looks like. I don't know if you can tell, I think you may be able to, but there's like a little slit in it. That's from the crack. Didn't focus. Okay.
And could you pour resin into that?
Yeah, but it would be really thin. But since there's no like sides, I thought this is kind of more of a bowl now.
Let's see.
This one is more of just a flat pump
Dave's
cake
special spring.
that I just dropped straight. And so you can't really pour resin into that one. And that's what we did multiple. Ooh. Got it. That is what this one looks like. Probably won't focus, but oh well. Time to try and demo the other cookies.
Hey, Sammy, can I show some art real quick?
Oh yeah.
So we have a bit of a shy artist, but Savannah has been really working hard on her people. And so she's been doing small studies of different people and outfits and all different backgrounds. And we found out she really loves making these kind of circles around our people. So she's done a lot of these really cool humans. Humans.
Those are really cool.
That should look kind of familiar. Who could that be? And then she says she's the most proud of this one.
That one looks a lot like your mama. Is that your mama?
Maybe.
Maybe. Is mama watching? Does mama feel loved?
You might see the difference in her humans. This human has the happiest of eyes.
I like that your humans have different eyes. It's quite talented. You're doing a great job, Savannah.
Yeah.
Is there another shy artist that wants to show their work? You can say no. Okay, that's fine. No pressure.
I'm sure you called me out.
That's what the other one looks
No,
like.
line them
That's
all
what
up.
the other one looks
The
like.
fact that I knew you were talking about me.
You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. I'm not gonna make you.
How many more are you gonna make?
I did the cookies.
Ah, good. I would expect nothing less.
Yeah?
Go ahead
What have
and
you
cut out your
discovered?
circle.
That I do think the
Ah, okay.
7.80 was the best one
Mm-hmm.
because there's
Good.
the most edge and it's a lot easier to peel back.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, it was really brittle in a few areas, like this area. This is like 7.5. That could have easily torn in half. So I think 7.8 is the way to go with this one.
Excellent. And what was the difference in this one? What was the way on this one? What does your note say?
This
Ooh,
one,
it does look like it's up.
that,
We wrote it down because we did science.
yes, we decided. This one we used
Big
just a set of grams
coming into
of each. Yes, of each. And it turned out to be a pancake, so you can't really turn this into resin.
What do you think we can
on
use it
for? So, maybe we can play with the outfit.
Like we could
What if we
possibly
put
put
someone in a
something
dress?
and like stamp it.
So let's make it dress figure. What does this
This
dress
really
figure
big
want? Does she want
Okay, and what's this project?
full size
This
ponytail?
project, that can,
Wait, what are you making?
Humans?
this project
Did you say a dress?
is covering resin.
We're gonna have make her a
Covering resin in a
dress.
cookie, yes.
Ah.
Covering a cookie in some resin, but when
This one
it has
goes
stamp,
like a super
I'm doing this feature night.
The only reason why I said
Well,
that
I
This
think
goes
like
like
this,
super
kind of,
like
but-
green.
Oh, I have two kinds of nails,
like
see?
a crystal to hold it up.
I
It
know, I'm
goes
silly.
on
Pushed
like
it a little
So the
too
reason
far.
why these nails are
Kind of
shorter,
fell.
I'll talk to you in a minute, buddy. Alright, then
But
these
I also
ones,
had a
because I
glove.
like
I
the
like
style of
those
long
shiny.
nails, but I play an instrument called cello, and involves my fingers going up and down the
haven't
cello
done the
like this,
bottom
so
yet,
I need my
but
fingernails short, so I can
I
press
might
into
do
the
those
string.
today.
I do!
And
I've been playing for 4 years.
also figured out something because
Isn't that cool?
I
Have
accidentally
you seen
left
the
a
cello before?
cookie on the
Are they cool? They're big.
plaster of the
Whenever I
X.
have to move my cello around, it feels
And
like I'm carrying another
It
person.
like absorbed all the moisture and it just kind of
I do
did
get
that.
strong muscles from carrying cello.
Why do you think it did? Yep. So you think it absorbed the moisture?
Yeah.
That's my hypothesis.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I'm
so you got
about.
long like
I think I
mine.
agree with you.
I think I'm about the same way.
Oh,
that
there's a
you
few
are.
air bubbles that I'm gonna have to sand, but that's fine. 'Cause those can
They
be
can
really
be a
sharp.
sturdy nail. See how long my pinky nail is here? You can see it's very tall by the way you can look on the other side. Yeah,
Oh, ooh.
that's okay. I'm also an adult,
And I also,
but I tend to get a little larger.
the glow, but you can't really see my camera, can you?
Alright, women in a dress.
Not
What's
really.
her
The glow
hair
is
about?
hard to like demonstrate on camera.
Yeah, 'cause it's glowing blue and purple.
But let's do it.
Okay. Am I allowed to do the deer now?
Yes, go for the deer. And talk people
Alright,
through it as you do it.
Okay.
Wait, are you
You
working
got
on it or are you taking it out?
Potato brown! Oh my god!
Say that again, Olivia.
Are you working on the deer or taking it out?
I'm working on it.
I love potato
Good
brown.
question.
Potato
Thanks
brown
for
is
asking,
my
Olivia.
I'm going to fill up the deer with the espresso. Yes, I said cut.
I was brown at all.
Thank you, Kathy. Oh no, I have to friction of it. Move that slightly over, move that more over.
So, I know some people that like to wear, like, yoga pants under their dresses. Okay, no pants it is. Woo!
There you go.
You know, that reminds me of Minecraft. Because when you're terraforming, so you have the different layers of dirt and grass.
I love playing.
Yeah, I know you do.
I play Minecraft every day. If it, I play Minecraft every day that I'm not here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be filling this little cup with a total of 60 milliliters of resin, but this scares me a little because
I
it's a
mean,
big
that's better,
bottle,
I suppose, right?
and I can't really pick it up.
So why can't you pick it up?
Because it's filled with resin and it's kind of heavy, so I'm just gonna place it on my hand, because that seems to give it enough elevation to
Time.
pour it into the resin. Because if I completely pick it up, then I have to stand, and if I stand, I cannot see the measurements.
You got this. Go, Savannah, go.
It's getting
You got
to
this.
20 and it's like slightly scaring me.
Anticipation.
Whee! Zoom zoom.
Yeah. You like a good polka dot dress? Yeah. That's a dress. I know dresses like that can either called muumuus or tunics. Is yours a muumuu or a tunic?
I like Mumu.
Muumuu. It's just fun to say, right? Muumuu.
Ooh, James, you were doing some great color studies. Look at that. Nice
You're
color
excited.
studies.
Yeah, you did.
Alright, I want another
It
silhouette.
does look like a tunic.
I want to make
So
another
you know like
one
how
again.
ancient Greeks have all these like robes hanging around? Sometimes when they had to run place to place, they wore a shorter robe that's called a tunic. Mm-hmm.
Can I have another marker, please?
And Bumblebee.
Is this one gonna be nicer? Probably not.
Alright, this one is going to be a purple one.
Another
Alright.
person has done
I'll be
it.
anticipating.
Does anyone have any questions for any of the artists we got working
What
here?
color should I do for the
They're all amazing.
Alright, for that.
What color should I do
Olivia,
for
can you
the
tell me
other
about the goggles
side?
on your head? Do you mind?
What do you mean?
Well, I
So,
could
where did
do
you get
red.
them?
I didn't get them, I made them.
You made them. What did you make them out of?
So this is, the black part is EVA foam.
EVA foam. Nice.
This leather looking stuff is just, I found it in my
I
room,
could
I was
do red,
surprised.
but that's
And
only-
I had like an old plastic bin, so I cut it in. I cut plastic.
That's awesome. You did a very good job.
And to put it all together, I used hot glue.
Hot glue. Well, goodness gracious, I love hot glue.
I measured the strap too.
Nicely done. That's impressive. I had to make a pair of goggles I made a plague mask for Kai, because I made a bunch of masks and she asked me for a plague mask. So I made her one that could fit goggles like that, but I did not attempt to make them, I bought them. So I'm very impressed with your talent.
I actually have like, I was thinking about bringing it. I actually have a plague doctor plushie.
Well, you should bring it
It's
then.
really
As long as,
cute.
so I worry about plushies. We talked about this a little bit with Billy, right? We have to make sure we have extra clean hands and maybe don't pass around plushies we bring from home. Okay? Deal? Okay.
What is the lightest purple in here? It's
Well,
not
you're gonna
the
have to
most
experiment and find out, aren't you?
It's all in one in my hand.
Right now, I'm mostly focusing on coloring mud.
Fair enough.
This one. Well, that one. This one.
There's still a lot of purple.
No, I think it's that's transparent because it's so long. It's called wild.
Stuff's falling.
Well, this goes to the
What, you don't like it? Wild shadow. You want me to whisper it to you?
What's in the
Type of purple.
Alright, now
questions?
It's a
me.
long walk shadow.
Now me block.
Okay.
I'm kind of surprised that we don't have any questions.
Ain't gonna ring no more, no more. Ain't gonna ring no
Well,
more.
some people like to
Oh,
just turn
my
this kind of
God.
thing on in the background and like do their regular day, because it feels like office background noise to them and it helps them concentrate on their work, and that's okay if they don't have any questions. So we're happy to answer them if you do. Just saying. I need water. I keep forgetting to hydrate, y'all.
Me too.
Anna hasn't reminded me yet. Anna always reminds me to hydrate.
And, yeah, everyone hydrate. Hydration break.
No. I don't have my hydration.
I have a limited
You have
time.
hydration right here.
Oh.
Why do you have a limited time, Sammy?
Because after a
You didn't
while,
drink some
resin will heat up. It gets
Another person has joined
Look
us.
at this hydration happening with Savannah.
Hydration Savannah.
Hydration Savannah. She's
And a
drinking her
fourth
water.
Fourth viewer.
yeah.
Hooray.
Savannah's
Why are we
gonna be like, I'm
celebrating over
crazy.
water?
Why not?
Because
Remember yesterday when I was just like celebrate? For no, I didn't tell you why. I just needed people to celebrate with.
Yeah, but why are we celebrating over water?
Because water is amazing. Water gives life. Water.
just alive.
That's
Water
right for
has water
plants.
bears.
We are exactly. We are mostly water.
Isn't there's water bears in my water?
Probably.
You just can't see them.
I can drink tardigrades.
Yes. Yes, you
That's
can.
true. We wouldn't be here if we didn't have water.
That's right. Good observation, Savannah.
How come
But
I
hi,
can't
people.
taste
We're glad you're
tardigrades?
here.
Why am I unable to taste tardigrades?
Maybe
Maybe
you
they're tasteless.
can. You don't know.
But they do poop crystals.
Woo! Let's poop crystals. They're like unicorns.
That's weird.
They're the unicorns of the micro world.
So there's a chance that tardigrades can be in our water.
Yep, that's one of the reasons we put chlorine and stuff in it. But I don't know.
I
We should.
embrace the tardigrades.
I
If
do
they
too.
pass through my system, I accept it.
I do too. And
So-
maybe
Tardigrades. Have you
Yeah.
ever heard of one?
They are called water bears.
They are also called water bears. There's these tiny microscopic creatures that
They're-
just go around eating food and making more tardigrades.
and they're adorable.
They are
very
really cute.
We scared away two
Water
viewers,
bears.
people. So no more. I guess we don't do the dance celebration. I don't know. I think we should just be ourselves and be happy with whatever it is we're doing.
We still
Second
have
that motion.
so
I guess we're good at scaring people.
Ah, Heidi is here, and she says hi. This is so fun. And it looks like everyone is working on different projects. Yes, Heidi, I'm so glad you're here. Welcome. Yeah, everyone is working on their own projects. Do you guys want to go around and tell us, Heidi, what you're working on?
sure.
Oh, no.
Okay, start with Sammy because she's very ready to talk.
Do me last.
And in our branded wear that you can get in the link in the comments if you're interested.
I am working on resin, and right now I am doing a test. And right now I'm using espresso, and I also use black cocoa powder and cocoa powder in resin, because we are making cookies out of resin to see
You did do it.
if we can make it look like a real cookie.
I love
And right now I'm doing tiny tests, but my tiny test is a deer mold. So I'm pouring that in. And yeah, I'm doing resin. It's really fun and I love it.
Awesome.
I'm testing with different colors.
And that's James. James, what are you doing? You're investigating.
I'm testing with different colors.
That's awesome. What is your goal with your? Ooh, careful. What's your
Being gentle.
gentle with the markers? Remember, they're expensive.
I guess the goal is to find how
Resin cookies.
for colors
Yeah.
You know how some people are going really
get
small, but they can still walk around and do things?
That's awesome, James.
Really, really small. So I have a really, really small person.
So, Sammy, you have a question about resin cookies.
Yes. So
Yeah.
this
Do you wanna tell Heidi the Brave about your resin cookies?
They are using glucose
What
for
do you mean
fun.
by that?
She wants, well, Heidi the Brave seems to be asking, does it smell?
I mean, the resin, it does smell, but after it cures, it won't.
This person's gonna call the name is
If it cures
Pastel.
correctly. The cookies, they smell good and I want to eat them, but I can't, so that's sad.
Do we eat art?
Yes.
I mean, we can sometimes,
We
but not in
do.
this case.
Cakes
not right
are
now.
art, and we
Cakes,
make cakes.
cakes
Cakes
are
are
art.
art.
My nana's a cake artist.
Ooh, my niece is like a cake artist. She made a lot of cakes. Like a lot.
You guys seem to have a lot in common.
That's okay. Sometimes it's just nice to watch.
Yes.
I have people that watch me make art all the time.
All right, and Olivia, do you want to tell Heidi what
My
you're
goal
working
is
on?
to add them.
Heidi is my good friend,
I'm
so
gonna
you're
go
good.
in and using my
So
phone
this is
to do little details.
this is my comic so far. It's about essentially a raccoon named Six. He was taken away from his brother by a hawk.
I hit a button.
Who told you to do that?
There we go.
Oh,
Here we go. Why don't you tell Heidi the Brave about your comic?
Well, this is the first part of the comic. So here's Six and his brother. They were playing in essentially Six's yard, and then this is the apparently pretty cute hawk swooping down and attacking Six. This is the hawk carrying Six to a land which is called Farah and dropping him over a whale carcass, which causes him to fall unconscious. He wakes up in the whale carcass and prepares to get ready. In this picture, you can also see the 4 suns that are over Farah. After he steps out of the carcass, you can see our antagonist. His name is Dusk, who walks over to essentially greet Six. And then this is where our sidekick Merc comes into play. You can see Merc right here.
Nice.
This page is completely finished. This is the page I'm working on right now. It's not finished. So Merc begins running towards Dusk. As a zoomed out view of her running. She then pounces on Dusk, attacking him. In this picture, Six is shocked because Merc came out of nowhere. Then in this one, Merc is telling Six to run. He begins to run while Dusk and Merc are continuing to fight. While he was running, it made him think back to when he was snatched away from his brother by the hawk. In this picture, Merc ends up being jabbed in the neck by Dusk, which causes her to bleed. She's bleeding in his
Heidi loves the colors and is hoping that she will get an opportunity to read the comic when it's completely done, too.
So in this picture, Six hears that Merc getting attacked by Dusk. So he thinks that he needs some more first, so he turns back and begins running. He runs at Dusk and bites his tail, which aggravates him a lot and causes him to run away.
Aggravate me, too, I think.
Yeah. Six then goes to make sure Merc is okay, which she is.
That's a
Merc responding with a yes.
nice piece of
Then Six helps Merc sit up,
thing. I want to build my house.
and they introduce themselves to each other. I started coloring this one a bit. Now they both know each other's names, and then in this picture, Six realizes what happened to Merc's neck.
Get it.
So in this picture he's looking at her neck. Then in these two pictures he's taking off his bandana, and he puts the bandana on Six.
Where did you get that idea from?
This is Six with the bandana. Here the grass is rustling, and this is Six questioning what's in the book. That's all I have so far.
That is looking amazing, Olivia.
Thank you.
You are doing a wonderful job. Your colors too, like the fact that you're picking your lightest and going to your darkest and documenting your colors. And Olivia likes to do this so much. She brought her own markers from home as well. So she's experimenting with both the Copics we provide her and the markers she has at home. She's a good storyteller.
I am not.
Yes, you are.
Don't say negative things. Okay, now you have to say I am a
No
good
neg-
storyteller 3 times.
Yes.
Then we get to tell it to you.
You're a good storyteller.
You are a good storyteller.
Everyone together?
You are a good storyteller.
Oh,
Did you just say help?
indeed.
That's awesome. Savannah, do you want to talk about anything yet?
So Savannah requested that I speak.
Excellent.
Are you
That is
still okay with that, or
perfectly
you
fine.
want to share your voice? Okay.
Okay.
So
I want the world to see what Savannah's working on because it's cool stuff.
Yeah.
Savannah
Working on this thing called
is keeping her
Soul
comic in
People.
secret for now.
Oh,
But-
secret comic.
She's been studying her humans and been experimenting with how she draws them. So we're trying different outfits, different hairstyles, and different body shapes.
James, can you not tap on that while Savannah is telling her story via Elise?
And Savannah really enjoys, like, 'cause this one is her favorite. Um,
That looks so much like your mama.
and happy eyes and expression. And look who that is. Who could that be? I wonder.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And then she loves cutting out these circles and putting people inside. This is her most recent one of wearing a dress,
That is a fashionista.
right?
Did you know
Follow
that
their
my last
Instagram.
name stands for dressmaker?
And so these are Savannah's humans.
They're awesome, Savannah. Do you feel good about them? That's fantastic. Thanks for sharing with us, Savannah via Elise.
My last name actually stands for dressmaker.
Does it really? I did
it's,
not know
it's
that.
French.
That's amazing.
My name means follower.
I'm learning things every day.
My name means follower.
Oh.
My maiden name means soup.
Stop it.
Soup.
You come from the family of soup.
Yes,
Hello, Sue.
You are soup?
I'm
I
soup.
will, I will call you McSoup now.
Oh yeah?
Wait, Amber means soup?
No.
No, that's
Soupan
Amber.
means soup in German. Soupen.
I don't understand.
I
My
know.
mind is blown away. Is this why you love making soup?
Must be no, because it's easy and it runs in my family. My other side of the family makes soup every night. It's a thing. My aunt Gisela makes soup and
Every
writes to me
night?
about it.
Isn't that a bit excessive?
You'll have to invent
It is. That's why I make a really big soup on Sundays and then eat it all week. Oh my God! It's a purple study. Excellent purple study, young man. Elbow 5.
I
Yeah.
think that's just elbow one.
You are right. You are right. That is an elbow 1. Here. We coined it elbow 1.
We're gonna need more of this.
It might be 12.
Okay.
It might be 12.
Oh, I can't. Yes, I can. No, I
Okay.
can't. Yes, I
So,
can. No,
blue,
no, I can't.
Beautiful.
green.
Beautiful.
12.
Purple.
12:03.
All right. You should tell your camera.
When do we have to go?
So
It
there's
is time. It is
a blue,
lunchtime
and a
for our
purple.
comics crew.
All right.
And I want to make
So,
another one on this.
We gotta go to the
I want
bar.
to make another one on this. I want to do
Lunch.
Okay, I want to say a thing to the camera.
Lunch. park. And then
Oh,
we'll-
park! That is like
What do you need?
a
Because it's
30-second walk from my house.
Can I say a thing to?
This is
Yes,
gonna be the most stable
Um,
thing in here.
So because 6 is a raccoon and he has
hidden.
Can you,
and he's gray, has goggles and a bandana, I decided to make these goggles and bring them with me. I also found this bandana
Getting any
and I wore a gray shirt. Match 6.
That's my heavy
You're
metal
drinking.
of death.
Stay hydrated.
I don't
Good
want to stay
job.
hydrated.
Ready.
What if I don't want to stay hydrated?
We got a problem then. 'Cause
Okay.
something tells me your family would not like that. So
I
are you guys are walking all the way to the park for lunch?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll have my phone.
Okay, I will be sticking around here.
Are you
And
gonna
then
keep the
we
stream
plan
going?
to come back at 2:30, everyone.
I need
We will be by 2:30. We might be earlier than that, but by 2:30 we plan to be back in the same formation. So if you have questions, get those together, and I look forward to seeing y'all at 2:30 again.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. I'm out here. Bye.